Namaste, yogis. How are you today? Let's do a little stretch and breathe yoga. Very gentle, very easy, quite suitable for anybody who is a little out of shape or just wants to feel better, or maybe a little bit older, or maybe a little bit like has some limitations to your movement. We're going to take it nice and easy today. So I'm so happy to have you with me. I hope you have a yoga mat. You can even do some of these moves in a chair if you don't want to get down on the floor. But if you have a mat, let's go ahead and sit into your yoga position, which can be any position that you have a nice straight back in. A lot of people like just to cross their legs, and that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't have to be all twisted up. You can even have your legs out if you want. All right. Begin by placing the hands on the knees and just arch the back and lift the face a little bit and breathe in, and then round the back, drop the head and exhale. Inhale, stretch up, arch the back, shoulders back, and exhale, round and look down. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Keep going. And if you want, you can sort of visualize that you're riding a camel through the desert. This is sometimes called camel ride. Throughout our practice today, please listen to the inner wisdom of your body. Don't just do what I say mindlessly. Be very aware if it's the right thing for you. My ideas are just suggestions. Your inner teacher is much more wise and much more familiar with what you need and can use than me. I'm not even in the same room with you, technically speaking, so please be careful. Don't overstretch. Don't force anything that doesn't want to do the move or the pose. All right, now we're going to take it in a circle and bring your center of gravity forward and inhale, backward, exhale. Inhale forward. And just loosening up the lower back. John Van Kerkhoff, how you doing? We're rounding around. Audrey, Annie, happy to have all of you with me today. Round it around. Breathe in as you're in front, breathe out as you're behind. Let's change direction. Continue to breathe a lot. All right, come back to the center and let's let the arms stretch straight out from the shoulders. Reach your fingertips away like you're trying to touch both walls. Breathe in. Stretch wide. Exhale. Relax. Keep the arms out. Let's turn the palms up and reach up. Touch the fingers overhead. Breathe in. Turn the palms out. Push it down all the way to the floor. All the way down by your hips, push it down, turn the palms up, breathe in, turn the palms out, push down. Imagine you're pushing against something nice and soft like a big futon mattress. Push it down, palms up, breathe in, touch the fingers overhead, palms out, push it down. A few more times like that. Reach the hands up now and look up. Reach as high as you can. Stretch tall, tall, tall. Breathe in as much as you can and really feel your ribcage expand out in all directions. Breathe in. And as you exhale, let the right hand come down and watch it drift down. Watch it come all the way to the floor to rest on the ground next to your hip. Look down and stretch that other arm straight up and up, up, up as much as you can. Reach up. Look down, reach up. Exhale and let the shoulder sink back down into its socket, and then we go over. stretching through the armpit and the side where the ribs are. Really feel that stretch and breathe. And then push against the ground to bring yourself back up. Look down at your lower hand and watch it rise. Reaching up, we breathe in, stretch up. Expand your rib cage out in all directions. Big, big inhale. And then we drop the other hand down and watch it go as we exhale. Let it come all the way to the floor next to your hip. Look at it there. Stretch the other hand up. Rest one side. Stretch the other. Stretch as high as you can. Really feel it. And as you exhale, let the shoulder come back down into its shoulder socket. And then we reach over, stretch the body on the side from the armpit through the rib cage, down towards the hip bone, and from the armpit through the elbow, wrist, and palm of the hand. Spread the fingers wide. Breathe strongly. And then push against the ground, bring yourself up. Look down at your lower hand and watch it rise up. Breathe in, stretch up. Let's bring our hands down in a prayer pose right in front of the heart. And here we're going to round the back and drop the head. Let your hands rest in your lap. Look down at your belly button or your hips. Let your head be heavy. Relax, close the eyes. Let the head be heavy. Relax everything in the body. And I hope you can find balance in this position so there's no effort being exerted to make you stay in this position. Just relax. Then slowly stack your vertebrae, bring the body back up into a nice tall seated position. Beautiful, thank you. Let's spread the legs out to a straddle. Doesn't have to be super wide, just an easy straddle. And put the hands on the shins just below the knees. Round the back down and then look up. And we're going to exhale and inhale. Exhale down, inhale up, look up. Exhale down and inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. And now we're going to bring both hands to the right leg. Let's let the left hand be at the knee. The right hand reaching for the right ankle, and bow over your knee and inhale, bring it up and inhale up. Exhale, bow, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Remember, any range of motion, any amount of stretch is perfect because you're in control. You're listening to your wisdom of your body. Don't overstretch, don't force anything. Lots of breath, always. Breathing is good. And now we're going to slide the hand from the ankle to the knee and let the hand rest on the shin just below the knee. Reach the left hand towards your right hand and then open it up and look up at your upper hand. Inhale, exhale, close it down. Bow your head over your knee. Inhale, reach up, look at the upper hand. Let it go as high as it wants to. Inhale big and close it down. Keep it going. Inhale, exhale. Open the chest, close it down. Inhale, exhale. Three more. And bring both hands down to the knee area. One hand on each leg. Bowing forward again. Exhale. Lift the heart and the chest. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Any range of motion is perfect. Don't force yourself. Let it just be movement. Movement is good. Breathing is good. And one more. Push it back. Sit tall. Let's slide your left hand towards your left ankle and bring the right hand to the right knee. we're just going to bow over the knee and push up, breathe in. Exhale, bow down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Continue. And bring it up. Slide your ankle hand towards the knee. And then the right hand's going to go towards the left hand. Bow down. And then open the chest. Lift the right hand. Sweep it up as high as it wants to go. Look at the hand. Open the chest. Breathe in. Bring it back down. Join the hands. Bow the head and exhale. Back and forth we go. Up and down. Breathe in and out. Enjoy, connect, clear your mind. No worries right now, no anxiety, no to-do list. This is what you're doing. You're breathing and feeling the movement in the body, listening to the body's wisdom. 3 more. And let's come back up. One hand to each knee. Slide your hands down towards the ankles. Wherever you reach is fine. You don't have to go all the way to the ankles. And we're going to bend the elbows and just look down at the floor between your knees. And try and stretch your head forward, trying to reach the head towards the wall beyond your camera. If you're looking towards the camera, the screen that you're watching me on, reach the head beyond its normal length. We're really trying to stretch the spine out from the hips. Push against the legs, walk your hands up your legs, and let's come back to a seated position. How we doing? Hopefully you feel better already. Thank you guys for joining me. So we're going to sit tall and let the shoulders do little circles. Rounding the circles up by the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades, drop the shoulders down towards the hips, and then forward. Up, squeeze it back, down and forward. Breathe. Let's go the other way. All right, stretch your arms out and then give yourself a hug. And imagine you just saw yourself at the airport. You haven't seen yourself in so long. Hey, how are you? Get some breathing in there. Slow down your rocking, your swaying, and see if you can walk your fingers just a little farther back behind your shoulders. And lift through the spine, lift through the top of the head, relax the arms. We're going to bring the elbows up. And up, unwind your hands and reach it up, 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 stretch it straight up. Wide fingers, close and open, close and open, close and open. Keep breathing. See if you can go faster. And bring it down in a prayer pose. Sit quiet for a moment. That was pretty exerting. Let's put the fingertips on the shoulders and circle the elbows around. Keep breathing. Backwards. Do it the other way. All right, see if you can bring your elbows together in front of your chest and your wrists together in front of your face. Touch the fingertips together. Lift and sink. Lift and breathe in, sink and exhale. All right, shake the arms out. Shake them forward and back. And let's get ready to lie down on the mat. Now, we're going to leave the knees bent and the heels close to the hips. Stretch back and make sure you feel balanced on the mat. No places that are uneven in the weight distribution. And then we're going to walk the feet out a little bit wider than the hips and let the knees lean against each other. Make sure you find balance and ease in this position. Let your arms come out to the side just a little bit. Palms are facing up. And we're just going to rest and breathe. Focus on the breath. Try to let your belly and your chest move in unison as you breathe in and out. By focusing on the breath, you can tune in to your inner self. One more time, a big breath in, really expand the belly and the chest together. And exhale, let it just easily drift out of the body. Like deflating a balloon, let it go. And then we're going to bring the knees to the chest. Hands to the knees, squeeze and release. Just a few times bring the knees in and let them come out. Knees away from the chest, heels back on the ground. Walk your toes a little bit away from the hips, and let's drop the knees to the left. And just hang out here for a minute, relaxing, letting the hip loosen up. Consciously tell your lower back and your hips to relax, let go, don't hold. And now knees up and bring them over to the other side. Again, consciously tell your hips and your lower back to relax. Relax through your shoulders, relax through your hips, relax through the entire spinal column. And then knees up. Let's cross one ankle on the knee. Let's bring the left ankle to the right knee. And then bring your hand to your knee and just urge it to go out a little bit so you feel a nice stretch in the hip right here. Now that left hand is going to reach through the triangle of your legs here and reach behind the knee of the right side and bring the other hand back there. Interlock the fingers behind the knee and squeeze it in and out. In and out, squeeze it in and out, squeeze it in and hold it. Find relaxation, steadiness, lovely stretch for the back of the hip and the side of the hip. Release and let the leg come down. Let's change sides. We're going to put we're on the right ankle on the left knee, right hand to the right knee. Just push the knee away, just a little bit. Push it away and release it. Push it away and release. Push it away and release. Push it away. Now that right hand is going to shift and go through the triangle. The left hand's going to wind itself around the back of the supporting leg. Interlock your fingers behind that knee, bring it into the chest, push it away, or allow it to go away, because it will go away on its own. Bring it in and out. Gentle. Let's bring it in and hold it. And release. Feet on the ground. And arms out to the side, palm up. We're going to bring the legs up and let the feet reach for the ceiling. Imagine you're trying to touch the ceiling with the toes, the tips of the toes. And now try to touch the ceiling with the balls of the feet behind the toes, where the toes connect with the foot. And now the heel. Reach with the heel. Bring the toes down, pointing towards your face. Reach through the heel and really feel a stretch from the Achilles tendon in the heel, through the back of the knees, and all the way to the back of the hips, through the hamstring. And we're going to go for a little walk. Keep the feet just like that. Go for a little walk. And release, relax. Relax the feet, relax the legs. The knees can bend a little bit. Open as wide as you want to, and then cross the legs over the hips. Right on top first, and then left on top. Take a breath as your legs open. Exhale as they cross. Open, cross, and exhale. Take it slow, very slow. Doesn't matter how wide the legs go or how far they cross. Everybody's different, and we're not judging ourselves here. This is yoga. We appreciate our bodies. We love our bodies. We accept them with gratitude. Could be worse. All right, keep opening and crossing. All right, bring the legs straight up out of the hips and bring the ankles into a flexed position, and then bend the knees, bring it down and push it up. When you push it up to the top, we're going to point the toes. Flex the ankles, bring it down, push it up, point the toes 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point the toes. Bring your arms up. Reach with your fingertips to the ceiling. Bring your head off the mat. Round your back and reach up with the top of your head, the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes. Round your back and try and make the amount of your body touching the mat as little as possible. Lift the hips, lift the shoulders, lift the top of the head. Reaching up, breathe in and out. In and out. 3 more breaths. In and out. Keep reaching up. In and out. And in. And relax everything coming down. We're going to go back to that original knees down to the left position. Relax the hips. Now's a good time if you want to move your arms into what they call the cactus position or the surrender position. Elbows out from the shoulders, hands reaching up towards the top of the direction that your head points in. Relax your hips. And now we're going to pick up the top leg, the leg that is more to, well, for me it's my right leg, the top leg, and cross it over. Cross it over and let it rest on the ground. If it doesn't go all the way to the ground and you have a pillow handy, you can certainly support the leg with a pillow. Or, if this is not okay with you, you can just lay the leg just a little bit on top of the other, so the knees are not exactly stacked. Any position is fine. You're feeling a lovely stretch through the back of the hip into the lower back. When you're ready, bring the legs back up and drop both knees to the other side. So now for me, it's my left leg is on top. Relax. And I'm going to bring the top leg across to the ground and feel a nice stretch in the lower back and the hip. Make sure you feel a great position where you can relax. There should be no effort here, just relax. This is a lovely time to do some restorative breaths, breathing in through the nose really big. And then as you exhale, just open the mouth and let the air flow out easily. Like almost a sighing sound. Breathe in through the nose. Sigh it out. 3 more. And then we're just going to unwind the legs and bring the knees back up. Bring the knees to the chest. Make sure you're sorted out on your hips. Make sure your shoulders and hips are nicely distributed. And bring the knees to the chest. Hands to the knees. Open as wide as you want and close. Open slowly. Rest there for a moment and then close. One more time. Open slowly. Rest for a moment, letting the knees be as wide apart as they want. And then close. Let's cross the knees and grab the ankles or the feet. Just hold for a minute, relax. Notice which knee is on top. And uncross, go the other way. We're going to grab the feet and just relax. All right, let's uncross the ankles, the knees, and grab the knees and the hands round the back. Bring the head off the mat and rock from tailbone to shoulders. Rock about 10 times. It's a nice massage for the spine and brings the energy up the spine towards the shoulders, neck, and head. And then when you're ready, come back to a seated position. We're going to sit tall. Pull the flesh away from your sitting bones if you care to do that. And shoulders over the hips. We're going to lift the heart, lift the energy up from the tailbone, through the core of the body, up to the heart, up to the throat, up to the cheeks and the forehead. Lift up, breathe in, rest your arms on your knees. Keep the back straight, drop the chin to the chest, let the head fall forward, and move the chin along the collarbone left and right, very slowly. And we're going to bring the chin all the way to the right shoulder and then lift the face, just looking over your right shoulder. Imagine you're going to draw a circle in the air with your nose over the top to the back, so clockwise on your right shoulder. Small at first, about the size of a coin. And you can spiral it out bigger and bigger if you want to, but be gentle, don't force your neck. If something doesn't feel right, just rest. Or keep your circle very small. And then back to the center we go, hold the head there. Adjust your posture, lift your heart forward, shoulders back and down. We're going to drop the chin towards the armpit. Feel a lovely stretch on the opposite side of the neck. Both shoulders are way down. Stretching the oblique side of the neck from the ear down towards the shoulder and collarbone. Lift the nose and let the nose point to the top of the wall across the room. Keep lifting the nose, lift the nose right overhead. And gently bring the head down over the other shoulder. Hold right there for a moment and breathe. Make sure you adjust your posture. We're going to draw a circle in the air with the nose over the top to the back. If you're on your left shoulder now, you should be going counterclockwise. Start small, and if you feel okay with it, you can spiral your circle out to a larger size, maybe as big as a dinner plate. Breathe as you move, breathing in as your nose goes over the top of the circle, and breathing out as your nose goes down around the lower side of the circle. Very slow, very aware, very careful. Let's spiral back in now, find the center of the circle. Lift the heart, shoulders back and down, arms are heavy. Drop your chin towards your armpit, hold right there and breathe. Both shoulders reaching down. nose to point to the top of the wall across the room, 45-degree angle or so. And then we lift the nose up to point straight overhead and then bring it down. Neutral position for the head. Let's just look left and right a little bit. Breathe as you move. Relax your shoulders. Begin to soften through the chest. And facing forward, we're going to bring both shoulders forward and think about moving your chin back. And then bring both shoulders back and think about pulling your chin forward. Turtle sticks his head in the shell. Turtle sticks his head out of the shell. Back and forth, breathe. And relax. All right, we're going to bring the shoulders forward, one and then the other. One and then the other. We have so much tension in the upper body, and that's where we hold a lot of stress. This is your chance to get rid of it. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. Breathe it in and out. And then arms out to the side, palm up. Bring your elbows right into your waist. Lift the hands. Close the eyes. And offer gratitude up to the heavens. Gratitude for your breath. Gratitude for your life. Gratitude for this moment. And then take your hands and overlap them right at your heart and bow the head. Thank you for that. All right, ladies and gents, let's get up on knees, hands and knees for the table position. If your knees don't like this, you can certainly put a pillow under the knees. And if your hands have a little bit of problem with the wrist, you can make a fist and put fists on the ground. Hopefully you have your wrists right under your shoulders and your knees right under your hips. For a nice strong table, looking down between your hands, just make sure your back is straight. We want to push away with the hands, push away with the arms. Put your fingertips strongly into the ground so your hands are not passive. Of course, if you did the fist, then you don't have to worry about that. We're going to arch the back up and drop the head, drop the tailbone. Let the head be heavy. Push away with your arms and arch your back up. This is the cat position. And then come back to a flat table. Pass through the table position, lift the face, lift the tailbone, keep pushing away with your arms and your shoulders and your hands, and allow the middle of the back to sway down. This is the cow position. And it does your body good to do it slow. You may be impatient and you want to go back and forth a lot, and that's certainly allowed, but it also does a lot of benefit to do it very slow. Let's match our breathing to our movement. Breathing in when your head is up, and breathing out when your head drops down. Make it your cat-cow transition. Whatever your body is asking for right now, say yes. Just doing the cat and cow with our breath matched to the movement. And Now we're going to stop for a moment, come back to table, and come down onto the forearms.
And then continue.
Cat and cow on your forearms. That's a little bit of different kind of stretch for the hips and the shoulders. Place your hands flat on the ground and let your hips sink way back. Hips go to the heels, forehead comes to the mat. Rest in pose of a child and release all your tension. Let yourself be heavy. Let me tell you, we're staying here another 30 seconds, so don't anticipate the next movement, just rest. Beautiful. Back up to table position. Cat and cow a few more times. Okay, now this next move is a little bit challenging, so take it as you like it. We're going to move the hands a little bit forward and apart, and then we're going to bring the right knee up between the hands and lay the leg down on the ground. Allow the back leg to straighten out, and you'll be on the front of your thigh, the front and the top of your knee. Push against the ground, lift your heart, lift your face, shoulders back and down, breathe in. This is the pigeon pose. This foot right here has an option. It can be way out to the side or it can be way in by your hip. Whatever feels good to you. Most people prefer to have it in closer to the hip. And try and push both hips down and forward. Stay here for a moment, just breathe. If you want, you can collapse forward and allow yourself to do the resting pigeon where the head comes down by the knee. If you did that, push yourself back up with strong arms. And we're going to go back to cat and cow. Back, put your weight on your hands and knees again. Arch and sway. All right, get ready to do pigeon on the other side. Bring that left knee in between the hands. The foot goes off to the side just a hair and slide. Ease yourself back down onto your back leg. The front of the thigh is down on the back leg. Push against the ground and bring your heart forward and up. Shine your heart forward. Lift your face. Give us a smile. And if you choose to, you can collapse down into sleeping pigeon. Drop the head down by the knee and rest. Push against the ground. If you did that, bring yourself back up. And elevate yourself back up into hands and knees. And now we're going to come down on the forearms again. And stretch your right leg back. Put your toes on the ground and push back through a straight leg. Really try to have the leg straight. Normally I'm not that picky, but for this pose it's really beneficial to the back of the leg to stretch. So you need to straighten the knee. The toes are on the ground and we're pushing back through the heel, and we're going to hold it for another 20 seconds. Beautiful stretch for the Achilles tendon and the arch of the foot, but also all the way up to the knee and a little bit above the knee. Keep pushing back through that straight leg. Push the heel back. And now release and let the leg drift up in the knee. And push up like you want to put your footprint on the ceiling. Push it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the knee down and push back to pose of a child. Rest your forehead on the mat. When you're ready, we'll lift back up. We're on our forearms still. Push the other leg back. Put the toes on the ground. Straight leg, really straight leg. Push back through the heel for a 30-second static stretch. Stretching the back of the calf muscle, Achilles tendon, benefiting the sole of the foot, invigorating the back of the knee. Push back. Keep breathing. We're halfway there. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. All right, release. And we're going to just let that leg drift up and bend the knee. Imagine you're trying to stamp your foot on the ceiling to push it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring the knee down. Let's make a wide-legged pose of a child this time. Let your knees be way apart. Big toes are touching, and you slide back. Allow yourself to relax. Find your most favorite version of this position so you can really sink into it. I could stay there 10 minutes easy, but let's come back up into table position and resume our cat and cow stretch. Make sure your fingers are active on the mat, pushing the fingertips down, especially your thumb and your forefinger, to keep that wrist working, not just being passive and loose. Arch and sway, breathe as you move. Back to a strong table, and we're going to bring the right hand to take all the body's weight. Bring all your weight onto your right hand and your right knee. I think I need to move the camera a little bit. Sorry about that. Hold on. All right, we're going to bring all our weight onto the right hand and right knee. The left leg is going to reach back, and you can put the foot flat on the ground back there. Turn it sideways. Adjust the location of your hand so it's right under your shoulder, and lift up with the left hand straight up from the shoulder. Your head is sideways. You may need to work on your balance a little bit here. Make sure you feel comfortable. Bring the arm up overhead and see if you can wrap your arm around your head to touch your cheek on the other side. Unwind your hand and bring it all the way to touch your hip. Bring it all the way up. Wrap it around the head, touch the cheek. Give a little tickle to the temple, and down touch the flanks of your leg. 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Bring it straight up and come back down onto table. I better turn around so I can keep my eye on you. How we doing? Strong table. Put all your weight in the other side now, the left side, and straighten your leg out. You can put the foot flat on the floor back there. Turning it sideways. Make sure your hand is right under your shoulder to support the body, and bring the right hand up into the air straight above your shoulder. Head is sideways. See if you can just be steady here for a moment. Continue to breathe. Reach the arm up and see if you can wrap the arm around the head to tickle your temple, and then bring the arm down by the hip. Up and over, all the way down. Up and over, all the way down. 3 more times. That's 3, 2, reach the arms straight up. And bring it back down. And let's return to a cat and cow. Flex and sway. Flex and sway. Flex and sway. Match your breathing to your movement. All right, come to a nice level table. Turn the toes under. Let's do a downward dog. And make sure you feel strong in your hands and legs and feet. Find the position that benefits you the best. Downward dog, inverted letter V. Drop your head, relax your neck. Push back and away with your hands so that your tailbone is reaching for the top of the wall behind you. And then pump the heels, one heel up, one heel down, switching sides. Let's put all the weight on the right foot and let the left foot hang out, and shift your right hip so that you feel the hip a little bit off center. All the weight in the right hip. Let's go for the left hip now. Put all your weight on your left foot and shift that hip over and feel the body sink into that hip. Back to the other side again. Do it again. And back to the second side. All right, let's bring our weight evenly distributed on our feet and lift the tailbone. Lift the heels. Come up on your toes and push your head down towards the mat. Push your chest close to your legs. Push away with your arms and shoulders. Stay with the body like that and lower the heels down. You maybe can't get them all the way down. That's okay. If you even approach it, it's just a wonderful, delicious stretch for the back of the legs all the way into the hips and lower back. Good time for some strong breathing. Beautiful. Drop those knees down. And let's this time bring the hands around by the feet, palm up for another rest. Pose of a child. If you want, you can always put a pillow for your head. And when you're ready, we're going to transition into a standing pose. Go ahead and come up to standing. And place your feet right under your hips, toes pointing forward, arms out to the side, reach it up. Shift your weight left and right, and see if you can imagine you're picking apples out of a tree. Just a gentle reach. And then bring the arms out to the side and just let them hang, roll the shoulders up and back. Let the arms be so heavy. They just hang from the shoulders without any muscle working at all. Breathe it in and down. Let's bring up the knees and down. Hands rise, knees rise and down. Bring it up and down. Bring it up and down. Push it forward and back. Forward and back. Just kick your leg out in front, reach, fling your fingers forward, fling it forward, and pick the speed up if you want to. Pick it up, bring it back. Lots of breathing. Swing the arms, swing the legs. And let's stand in a straddle. And here your toes point out a little bit. So a 45-degree angle for the feet. Bend the knees a little bit. Come down like a little shock absorber and bounce a little bit. Let the arms be heavy. Arms are just hanging. And now we're going to put the left hand on the left knee and straighten out the right leg. And imagine you're sawing a log, so you're going to just push and pull. Remember, when you saw, the bringing it back is just as strong as the pushing it forward. So lots of breathing and push. Bring that elbow way back with force. Switch sides. And if you have, like I just did, a little cough, that's good. You're clearing your lungs out. That's awesome. All right, you sawed the log. Good. Bring your feet underneath your hips again. Arms out to the side. Reach it up. Breathe in. Hands prayed, hands down. Hold your posture with peace and steadiness. Close the eyes. Feel the strength in your feet. Bring that strength into the arch of your foot, the soft part in the middle of your foot. Make it lift up. Bring your attention to your third eye, right between your eyebrows and a little bit higher. We're going to hinge at the hips, straight back. If you need to bend your knees, do it. That's no problem. Bring the back flat and straight, flat like a table, straight out from the hips. And then back up. Lift the hands overhead. Squeeze the buttocks. Reach your face up towards the sky. And back to prayer pose. Take a step out. Your left foot points out. Your back foot, my right foot, is going across. Arms out. Warrior pose, nice and simple, very easy. The hips are open. The chest is open to the side. And the face points over the bent knee. Fingertips pointing forward. Drop the back hand and lift the front hand up and maybe gracefully arch it back. Feel a nice stretch through the side body. Breathing in and out. And back to our standard warrior. Let's cartwheel the hands down to the mat. All the way down to the mat. One hand on either side of the front foot. And drop your back leg down with a bent knee. Again, if you need a pillow under that knee, that's fine. Stretch that leg back and make a nice crescent lunge, taking care that the knee stays over the ankle. Hold here for a moment, stretch. Turn your toes under and bring yourself back to Warrior Two. Cartwheel the arms. And let's turn around and do Warrior the other direction. Now the right side is the bent leg, back leg, the left leg is straight, and the left foot goes across. Arms extend over the knee in front and back behind. And reverse it, bring the front arm up and back arm down to the leg. Feel a nice stretch in the side body, make that happen and breathe into it. To our basic warrior. Cartwheel the hands down to place them on the floor next to your foot, one on either side of your foot. And then bend the back knee and bring it down. Uncurl your toes. Knee stays over the ankle. And the stretch is right here in the pelvis. Lift your heart, lift your face. Breathe and smile. Turn the toes under and push yourself back to Warrior Two. If you can, make your hands do that cartwheel and find peace and steadiness in a beautiful Warrior Two position. And push it back up and turn your toes to face forward. So we've got a good straddle going here. We're going to hinge at the hips again, bringing the back flat, chest forward. Reach the head forward and down. You put the hands on the ground below the shoulders. Drop the head.
want, you can hang like a rag doll from the hips. If you did that, push away and get the arms straight. Walk the hands over to one foot. Both hands touch the toes, nose to the knee. And then walk your hands back to the middle. Let the head hang. Straighten the arms and walk the hands over to the other foot. Both hands have are touching the toes, nose to the knee. Walk your hands back to the middle. And then heel and toe, bring the feet a little closer together till the feet are hip distance apart. Bend the knees, place the hands on the knees, and push yourself up. Put your hands behind your back and interlock your fingers at your tailbone. See if you can squeeze the arms straight. If you don't have too much relief there for the squeezing of the arms, you can hold a piece of fabric or belt and give yourself a little distance between the hands. Try and get the arms straight. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Tuck the tailbone under. Tuck your belly in. Bring energy into the feet, into the legs. Lift the heart. Lift the face. Lift the top of the head. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And breathe. Release the arms and let them swing forward and back. Bend your knees and let them swing even more. Let's stagger our feet like a rocking horse. Swing the arms. Let your feet go back and forward, back and forward, and forward. Switch feet. Which one is forward, which one is back? Give it a switch. And then back to picking apples out of the tree. Pick those apples, pick those mangoes, pick pears, whatever fruit you imagine, reach for it. It's up there. The sweetest ones are at the top. Really reach. Both hands up, stretch it up. Stand tall, stand strong. Breathe in. Prayer hands coming down. And I'll come close to the camera with my little bit sweaty face here. So thank you very much, yogis, for joining me for a little workout this morning, a little gentle yoga. And remember, you are your most perfect teacher. So honor the teacher inside of you. Honor your body's wisdom. Listen to it, respect it, and be grateful. I give you my most heartfelt love, sending you peace and joy. Namaste.